Oh, Nelly. It has gone so catastrophically wrong for me. Oh, okay, right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the USA Grand Prix Sprint Qualifying Watchalong. I am late. I'm late. It's crazy how fast time passes when you're having a conversation with someone. It was 10 past 10, and before I knew it, it's 32 minutes past. So I'm very late. I can only apologise. That's really bad from me. But we're here. That's the main thing. We're locked in. I'm all frustrated. I don't want to speak about this. Too much to say. I was going to start 10 minutes before at 10:20 and talk about some stuff, and I've just sort of not. Good stuff. Good night time. I mean, for me, it's 10:30. It's late, but it's not too late. I'm surprised I've got so much energy, to be honest. I'm usually in bed by this point. Alright, Malky. Hope you're doing good. Right. Oh, I had so much to talk about. I was meant to talk about predictions and all that. I guess we go over them now, I suppose. Lewis Hamilton. Actually, I need to get audio on for myself. I want to hear the team radios, but I don't want to hear the dubstep. Okay, fine. I guess I'm hearing the dubstep. Lewis Hamilton team radio. Cool, that was insightful, wasn't it? Whoa-hey! Alright, well, I might as well just make some very quick predictions here. I'll be honest, I didn't watch practice. I was a bit busy. I wasn't in the house at that time. I was knocking about. So, I didn't actually see what happened. I've seen the top three. I believe it was Norris, Hulkenberg, Piastri. So, I'm going to go for a Lando Norris pole position. I'm going to go for a George Russell second. I'm going to go for a Max Verstappen third. And an Oscar Piastri fourth. Also, it's all gone so awfully wrong for me. Where is my mobile device? Here it is. Who is on pole? I do think Lando Norris. More out of hope than anything. What I want to look at is USA F1 2024. I feel like such an old person, the way I'm holding my phone and like adjusting my spectacles. No, this is now. I don't want now. I want last year, you knobhead. But it is, wait. Last year's race was a sprint as well. Well, lo and behold, never knew that. What I want to look at is the SQ1 lap times from last year and compare it to this year. So last year, the fastest... Oh, what is this menu design? Oh, F1, sort this out. It was a 33.6 set by Leclerc. We're on a 34.7 currently. Winner? I'll just back Lando all the way. Why not? Good fun. Alright, so... Of course, in sprint qualifying, you're supposed to use medium tyres for the opening two sessions. Last year, like I said, the fastest lap time... Oh, I tell you what, the way they've designed this website is really poor. It's a 33.6, yeah. A 33.6 by Leclerc. So we are currently a whole second off last year's fastest times. Although, of course, we haven't had any of like the really, really quick cars go yet. So, let's see. We still have all the McLarens. We've still got the Ferraris and the Mercedes. And even maybe like, you know, Albon. Actually, no, Albon's all the way down in like P7 currently. Lawson leads the way, though. But Fernando Alonso, that was good English. 2 purple sectors, crosses the line, goes P3. I'm surprised, considering, 2 purple sectors. Now we have some representative drivers. Max Verstappen, 25.4. Lando Norris, 25.6. Oscar Piastri, 25.7. Near enough. That kind of, I'm just going to stop rounding it, and I'm just going to say, like, because you see, like, Oscar Piastri, it's a 25.691. I would round that to 7. I'm just going to say 6 from now on. I feel like that's just easier for my brain, do you know what I mean? Speaking of Sector 2, Piastri, 37.8. Lando Norris, 38.2. He is miles off it through Sector 2. What about Verstappen? As Hamilton goes quickest, a 34.30... I can't read or speak anymore, but Hamilton goes quickest. But Yuki Tsunoda's not on a lap yet, so we're going to have Oscar Piastri to cross the line first, and he is going to put in a 34.2. So slower than Lewis Hamilton. What about Lando Norris? He looked way off it in Sector 2, and he goes into P3 with a really good Sector 3, a little bit off his teammate. Max Verstappen rounding the final corner, crossing the line, and he is going to go into P1 by a 10th. Good stuff. Good luck, Max. Well done, mate. That's good. We're still 7 tenths away from last year's SQ1 lap time, though, like the quickest, which was by Leclerc. Speaking of, he hasn't done a lap yet, and I'm pretty sure he didn't do a lap in practice either, so really not what you want. Is George Russell on the lap? He is. Hang on. Kimi Antonelli, fastest Sector 2, up on George Russell by 2 tenths. Russell, only P7. Half a second off Verstappen. What's Kimi Antonelli got in the locker? Go on, Chad. Hey! Little top 5, that's alright. Best of the rest, kind of. Apart from maybe Hamilton. That's a really good lap by Hamilton, isn't it? Watching you from the Polish Political Club. I have not heard of that, but fair enough. Hope you're doing good. Great race earlier. There was some good racing earlier, indeed. Anyone else on lap times? Not from what I can see. No, well, what is this dubstep, by the way? This is outrageous. I might have to change this. This is way too high energy. This is ridiculous. Oh, I feel like I'm watching one of Dirk Van Dijvenbode's walk-ons. Shout out if you know what I'm on about. Leclerc, by the way, has done a lap, but he's done a 35.3. He is, well, he's 1.1 seconds off his teammate right now. He needs to lock in, because that's very shit. Bottom 5 currently consists of both Alpines. Shock. Bortoletto hasn't done a lap yet, and then we have Ocon and Shirley. Any surprise performances so far? Not really. Liam Lawson top 6, Hamilton 2nd, Hulkenberg 10th, and Stroll only 2 tenths behind Alonso. I think that's pretty good. Grow your stream with, I'm not going to say the website. I'm alright, mate. Thank you very much. I'm aware it's a bot. Good stuff. Now, I'm pretty sure they only get 1 set of mediums for the whole session. They don't get 2. So, they're obviously just going to do a cooldown lap, go round, and probably go again and try and improve. And, of course, sprint quali is shorter than normal quali. Rather than 18 minutes, 15 and 12, it's, I believe, 12, 10, and 8. So, this stream is going to be really short, which is good because I'm really tired. Nice one. And I should be doing, I'll be watching quali, or no, the sprint race and quali tomorrow, and I think in the afternoon, because I'm pretty sure, hang on, let me double check. F1 US 2025. So tomorrow, the sprint race is on at 6 PM, and then sprint quali is at 10. So half an hour earlier than today. So what I'll probably do is at 1 PM, I'm thinking of doing a 100% race at Texas to predict quali in the race. Yeah. You know, I'll do a sprint as well, because it's a sprint weekend. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Cool. So tomorrow, well, I've got a busy day tomorrow, then my voice is going to be shattered. So that means tomorrow at 1 PM BST, hopefully, I'll be doing a 100% race at Texas and a sprint race as well, with qualies, of course. And then at 6 PM, I'm watching the sprint race with you lot. And then at 10 PM, I'm watching qualifying with you lot. All in the British time zone. I've got a very busy day in store, but we have 4 minutes and 20 seconds left of this session. I'll be honest, the last time I was using this website, if you're wondering, it's called Formula Timer. Yeah, from what I remember, the timer is actually 2 minutes slower than like it actually is. So I'm not sure if there's 4 minutes left or 2 minutes left. I will be able to find out for you in a second, because I'm going to go on Sky Sports on my phone real quick. Alright. Yeah, let's Let's disconnect from my VPN. That's probably a good idea. Oh, this song's a banger, by the way. Alex Albon sets the fastest Sector 1s. Let me quickly get this up. And then we have the final runs of SQ1 going on. Quick, quick, quick. Yes. Watch channel. Quick, quick, quick. Quick. 1 minute 6. That's okay. Right, yeah. So, there's only a minute left of the sprint. And this says 3 minutes. So, unfortunately, the timer's off. What I can tell you is that there is under a minute left. Alex Albon, 25-4 through the first sector. Lando Norris, much better. I love it. It's going to be a 22-20. I can't read. My reading is really bad. If I'm going to do this full time, I need to learn how to read. Oscar Piastri is going to be the first driver to complete his lap. Charles Leclerc, only P12. That is really shit. There is a very high chance that Charles Leclerc gets knocked out here. Alex Albon top 6. That's a good lap. He should be safely through. What's Oscar got on the locker? Whatever it is, Lando is clearing him so far. Oscar comes across the line and puts in a 33.9. Lando's going way quicker, though. Carlos Sainz improving. He is equal with Alex Albon. Crosses the line. Goes into P4. Good stuff. And now we get to see the monster of a lap time from Lando Norris. Okay, what about Verstappen? Improving. Does he go ahead of Piastri? He does. Look at that gap. Half a second. Franco Colapinto crossing the line. Is it going to be enough to get out of SQ1? No, it's not. Franco Colapinto, you're gone. See you later. See you later. What about Yuki Tsunoda? As Pierre Gasly out the bottom 5. Fair play. Good stuff. Has Yuki Tsunoda got it in the... Oh, so Yuki ain't even on a lap. Oh, wow. He's just really that shit, huh? Okay. Well, Tsunoda is going to be last. If Ocon doesn't do a lap, which I don't think he is. So I'm pretty sure that bottom 5 is already... Yeah. So that is going to be the bottom 5. As Hulkenberg goes into the top... Oh, wow. Fair play. Nico Hulkenberg into the top 5. That's what you like to see. So, there is the bottom 5 concluded. Oliver Behrman, Franco Colapinto, Yuki Tsunoda, and Esteban Ocon. Gabriel Bortoleto not putting in a single lap time. He is out on track, but he's not doing a lap, which is quite interesting, I'll be honest. And I'm pretty sure there's no time left. Isaac Hadjar's just finished his lap on here, and that should be a little bit... Hang on. Yeah, this is behind this, so yeah. Those are your bottom 5. And, they're gone. Decent. Any real surprises? Not really. Maybe Tsunoda, but it is Tsunoda in the Red Bull. I'm not going to say Tsunoda in general, because he's good. But Tsunoda in the Red Bull, then yeah, obviously not. And we do have a team radio from Tsunoda, speaking of the devil. What's he got to say after that horrifying qualifying performance?
What?
Genuinely flabbergasted. He literally just said, what? Unreal. GG's though. That's SQ1 complete. Lando Norris leading the way at 33.2 over Max Verstappen. With Oscar Piastri in P3. Half a second back, by the way. Very impressive stuff from the Red Bull and Lando Norris. Lewis Hamilton in the top 4. Leclerc very lucky to get through. I don't mean lucky as in... it was a bad lap. It was, but it's more so lucky that, you know, there are so many awful cars on the grid. If the Hasses and the Alpines weren't so far behind everyone else, Leclerc would have been knocked out. Lance Stroll making it through, that's a bit of a rarity. There you go. Isaac Hadjar in the top 7 as well. Antonelli ahead of Russell. Sainz in the top 6. Hulkenberg top 5. Hamilton top 4. There's lots of good stuff going on here. I'm liking it. It's good. What happened at turn 1? I'm just watching a replay of turn 1 at the end, and that was a complete mess. There was like 6 cars trying to make it round the final corner. I'm pretty sure that Gabriel Bortoleto tried to start a lap and they completely blocked him. Hang on, team radio. I'm pretty sure I've just got it. He just says like, what happened or some shit.
Oh, what the was this?
No. Yeah.
There you go.
Later.
What the fuck was this? SQ1 incident involving Hadjar, Sonoda, Albon, Norris, Verstappen, Russell, Hulkenberg, Antonelli, and Stroll will be investigated, failing to follow. I swear they do that every single time. They always, like, book drivers for the maximum delta time, but then they never actually do anything about it, so why is it a thing? I'm not too sure. Risk of rain is 0%. Good stuff. Well, we now have a 3 to 5 minute break before we head straight into SQ2. I also forgot to make a bottom 5 prediction there, but I would have predicted Colapinto and Ocon, but that's probably about it. So let's make a bottom 5 for this session. Why not? I might as well write it down. Alright, I'm going to go for... I'm going to say Stroll. I think Leclerc locks in and gets that lap together. I'm going to say Gasly. Surprise. I'm going to say Stroll. I've already put Stroll. That's how bad he is. I forgot I already put him there. Oh, what? That's a very tricky, like, selection. I'm going to say Liam Lawson. I'm going to put Alex Albon. And I'm going to put Fernando Alonso. I'm not too confident in those choices, but it's so tricky. I could genuinely see all of the remaining 15 drivers getting through. So, we'll have to see. That was a good first session. Not very exciting, because, I mean, nothing really happened. No, I mean, people did improve on their second laps, but only Gasly moved out the bottom 5. Everyone else just sort of stayed where they were. Couple of positions gained, I guess. I mean, Hulkenberg went up there. Obviously, Lando Norris and Verstappen putting half a second on Piastri is quite impressive. I hope that form keeps up for the rest of the session. I want Lando to be on pole. Because although the sprint doesn't really mean anything, it's still going to be, if Lando beats Piastri, a 1-point gain. Which sounds like nothing, but realistically, every point does matter. Why is there so many people with umbrellas? I'm pretty sure there hasn't even been, like, a threat of rain. So why are we bringing umbrellas? I have no idea. But we do have cars queuing up at the end of the pit lane. And hang on, green light, when was that now? That is now. So I believe, yep, SQ2 is now underway. And we do get another brand new set of medium tyres, and that's it. You get one set for the entire session. If you mess up, then you're dead, and you're out, and you're gone, and you're eliminated. Bye-bye. See you in the top, like, 15 in the sprint race. Max Verstappen, leading us away, with Lance Stroll getting a move on for the first time in his career. That is a ginormous American flag. I never even realised how big that was. Holy moly, that is enormous. How does that not just, like, blow over? Because there's so much weight. I don't know. I'm very bad at physics, to be honest. The McLarens are actually, like, last to line up, which I suppose doesn't really mean anything, but... Oh no, of course Ferrari's last. Shock. Hamilton making his way out. Rightio then, so we should see there is only... Keep in mind, by the way, that timer that's on the screen... Actually, I don't think I even show it on the short stream, but... You basically have to take 2 minutes off. It says there's 11 minutes and 20 seconds left. There's actually only 9 minutes left. So, yeah. I don't know why that's a thing. I don't know why it's a minute delayed, but there you go. Is that Jurgen Klopp? I thought I just saw Jurgen Klopp at the F1. That would have been quite the crossover. Considering it's in America. If it was in, like, Netherlands or maybe Belgium, which is close to Germany, then that would make sense. But no, not America. But I don't think that was Jurgen Klopp. Great manager, by the way. Right, Max Verstappen is on the first flying lap of the session, I think. We'll have to see what he does through Sector 1. We're looking for like a 25-24 area. That's when you know he's on a flyer. 25-1. He is indeed on a hot lap. And we did actually... Did we beat SQ1's fastest lap? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was a 33.6 and landed at like a... Actually, no, I don't remember, to be honest. I do not pay that much attention, which I should do, to be fair. Lando Norris, 4 tenths back from Verstappen through Sector 1. Not really what you want. Anyone else doing a flyer? There you go. Fernando Alonso at 25.4. So Lando obviously made... Oh, that's not even Lando, that's Stroll. I'm really blind. It's quite impressive. Verstappen puts in a 37.5 in the second sector. George Russell at 25.2. That's pretty good. It's only a tenth away from Verstappen. Up on the Astons. Good stuff. I want to see if anyone can beat Verstappen's sector times, though. That's what we want to see. Speaking of Verstappen, he's rounding the final corner. And he is going to put in a 1 minute 33 point... Oh! Okay, Verstappen, I was not familiar with your abilities. Fair play. I say that, Carlos Sainz has actually gone faster than Verstappen through Sector 1. Lance Stroll goes P2. He is 1.2 seconds off Verstappen, though. The McLarens are now starting their flying laps as well. Oscar Piastri followed by Lando Norris. Leclerc starting a lap, as is Hamilton. Alonso's finishing his lap. Goes ahead of Stroll by nearly half a second, but he's still 8 tenths away from Max Verstappen. Although, he got into the 33s. Considering a 33 would have got you in like a top 4 in SQ1. That's quite impressive, as Russell puts in a 33.4 as well. I'm quite fascinated by that. Kimi Antonelli, about half a second down on Russell. He's going to go and put it P3? Not even P3, P4, wow. Quite poor from Kimi. Might be alright, but yeah, it's a bit tight. Alex Albon then splits Russell and Alonso to go top 3. That is very nice. I like that. 33.8. It's solid. What's Carlos Sainz got in the locker? He is... Oh, he's cooking. Oh, he's had a really bad Sector 2 compared to Albon. Goes ahead of him, though, by nearly 2 tenths. Fair play. Good lap. I'm loving this Williams come up, by the way. Like, it's super, super cool. Looking at the McLarens, both of them are about equal. Actually, no. Lando Norris is about a tenth up on Piastri, but I don't think either of them are going to challenge Verstappen unless they do a good Sector 3. Oscar Piastri, 2 tenths down on Verstappen, a 33.3. What has Lando Norris got in the locker? Oscar also put in the fastest Sector 3 of anyone, and Lando goes and puts it up into pit. There you go, fair enough. Alright, good stuff, Lando. That's what we like to see. Charles Leclerc currently about equal with Lewis Hamilton, both really mid. Leclerc only P9. Ah. What about Lewis Hamilton? Can he at least do something a little bit more impressive? Ah. 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 The Ferraris currently sit P9 and 10 in this session. Okay. And considering 4 drivers haven't done a lap yet, that's quite concerning. Well, Lando Norris clearly has some pace over Oscar this weekend. At least I hope he does. I mean, he was half a second clear in SQ1. He's currently about nearly half a second. Well, no, not nearly half a second. It's, what, 3.5 tenths, roughly, ahead of Oscar. But yeah, that's really shit from the Ferraris. Like, really bad. You're behind Antonelli, who has got a lot more, probably another couple of attempts in there. They're behind the Williams, and they're behind Alonso. Like, how shit are we? Very, apparently. There is also, I do need to remind you a lot of the time left, because of course, like I said, that's actually wrong. There's not 6 minutes left. There's 3.5 minutes left of this SQ2 session. I haven't even seen that new Williams livery yet. That looks really nice. Fair play. We also now have a couple more cars out. We have Hulkenberg, Hadjar, and Lawson, who are all going to come out and just have one attempt. And that's it. They get one attempt of their lap, and if they cock it up, they're gone. No banker laps. They're just going to do one lap on a brand new set and just see how it goes. Fair play. I rate the risk taken. Not bad. Also, the Ferraris, I don't know if Hamilton will, but Leclerc is at the lead. He's coming into the pits, which means unless he comes back out in the next, 10 seconds, they're not going to do another run. Oh, and he does. They've just gone straight back out. Well, what is the point of that, then? No idea. But I'm going to stop getting distracted by the Ferraris and also just everyone else. I need to get ready because we are about to see all of the final runs of SQ2 take place. I reckon the top 4 are currently safe. I think they're all good. I don't think they need to do another... They can do another lap because realistically, they're on the... They're not going to use the set of tyres again, so they might as well, but... Yeah. Okie dokie, let's go. Come on! Alright, first laps are underway. Number 1, Liam Lawson, 25.6 through Sector 1. It's not bad. It's alright. Get away with it. Hadjar, though, almost a 10th up on Lawson through Sector 1 already. Making their way around turn 11. Lance Stroll's put in a 26.5, which I believe is a hot lap. It's just really shit. Oh, yeah, he's given up. Okay. Nico Hulkenberg puts in a 25.3. I was going to say 4, but it's a 3. I'll tell you what, Hulkenberg's got actual pace here. Gasly a 25.4. Okay, well, that's Sector 2's. 38.1. Okay, Hadjar is way up on Lawson at this stage. It's like nearly 3 tenths. That's quite incredible. Fair play. And here we go then. Lawson round the final corner. Does he get through? No, he doesn't. Liam Lawson, you're gone. See you later. What about Isaac Hadjar? He's doing a lot better lap. He should get into the top 10. Will he stay in the top 10 is the question. Crossing the line. And he puts it P10 only. Putting Leclerc into the bottom 5. Ooh, intriguing. What about Alex Albon, who crosses the line? He's beginning a lap. Lance Stroll is... gone, I think. Yeah, he's gone. Lance Stroll, you're gone. What about Hulkenberg? Oh. I'm sorry. Fair play. Fernando Alonso's given up on his lap as well. Antonelli is not on a good one right now. He crosses the line. He does improve, but he stays P9. This is up to the Ferraris, who aren't improving. Hamilton, yellow Sector 1. Leclerc, yellow Sector 1. He does improve in Sector 2, but it's still smelly. They're both stinking up the gaff. Really, really bad right now. And they're the last 2 drivers on a lap. Oh my goodness, are we about to see a potential double Ferrari knockout? I think Hamilton is safe. Unless Leclerc finds 2 tenths on his teammate and knocks him out. What are we going to see, Charlie? And Charlie does it! 90 plus 7. SQ3, whatever you want to, Sector 3, that's what you want to call it. And Hamilton makes it 2! I was about to say it's a Charles Leclerc 90 plus 7 Sector 3. Really, really strong. A 30.6 to get through to knock out his teammate. But Hamilton goes and finds some time as well, knocking out Kimi Antonelli. Fair play. I mean, they shouldn't be anywhere near the knockouts. It's Ferrari, but at the same time, that's clutch or kick right there. And they very much so clutched. That was unbelievable. Well done. Good stuff. Also, Liam Lawson's had his lap time deleted for track limits, so he will be starting P15 in the sprint. And your bottom 5 out, Kimi Antonelli, Isaac Hadjar, Pierre Gasly, Liam Lawson, and Lance Stroll, meaning I got 4 out of 5 correct on my prediction. The only one I didn't get was Fernando Alonso, who got through in P9. Fair play. Wow, I'm very impressed by that. Fair play from the Ferraris. I wasn't expecting Hamilton to also go and find enough time to get through, and also by 6 thousandths of a second. That is unbelievably close. And Hamilton's Sector 3 was really smelly as well. He was half a tenth up on Antonelli through Sector 1, a tenth up through Sector 2, but a tenth and a half down through Sector 3. Like, yeah. Well, sometimes that's the way it goes. Those thin margins is what sort of decides everything. Let's try and clean my glasses with this, like, very thick sleeve hoodie. Get off, Maya! Why keeps getting in my face? Alright, that'll do. Right! SQ3 coming up. We have only been here for 31 minutes, and I'd say in the next, like, 15 minutes, it'll be done. Nice little short stream, get, you know, farm a couple, like, maybe, like, a good, like, I don't know how many views, but who cares? Anyways, let's make a prediction. I'm going to say there's a Lando Norris pole position. You know, I'm just going to be very boring, you know. I'm just going to say basically what we've seen, which is Norris, Verstappen, Piastri, Russell, Sainz, Albon, Hamilton, Leclerc, Alonso. Is that 10? 1? That's not Alonso, that's Aklo. Alonso. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Who am I missing? Oh, Hulkenberg. I'm going to put Hulkenberg in between the Williams. I'm not sure where this place has come from, by the way. I'm very, very impressed. Well, there's my top 10. Norris, Verstappen, Piastri, Russell, Sainz, Hulkenberg, Albon, Hamilton, Leclerc, Alonso. Pretty much, basically what it currently already is, near enough. Just swap Sainz and Hulkenberg, and then swap Hamilton with Alonso, and then Hamilton with Leclerc, and that's basically my top 10. I think there will be a very big surprise, though. I don't know what the surprise would be. I think it's either going to be a top 3, like a Norris, a Verstappen, or a Piastri bottling it, or it's going to be like a Hulkenberg or a Sainz or an Albon who, like, gets into the top 3. I think one of those might happen. There's a good chance of it at the very least. Why have I just seen an advert on Sky Sports that says, "Be the problem"? It's not very motivating. Karun Changjok currently analysing where Liam Lawson went off. I was the penultimate corner. Yeah, you can't go that far, mate. Luckily, it doesn't mean anything because it's a sprint quali. And I think we're also looking at an Antonelli... Oh! Was that on Kimi's second lap? On Kimi's second lap, if that is his second lap, he had a massive lock-up going into turn 11. That's what lost him the SQ3. Oh, what is going on? Ooh. Oh, excuse me, I'm very tired. So Tsunoda spent pretty much the entirety of SQ1 just driving behind loads of other cars stuck in traffic. That's extremely tough. Well then, there you go. To be fair, with Liam Lawson's case, it is obviously a shame that he got his lap time deleted, but it was already out anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We do have a radio from Lawson as well, might as well have a listen.
Wait, what the was that?
And we also got track limits at turn 19.
Maybe where the car was sitting in the middle of the road.
So he's blaming the other car. Alright, cool. Well then, SQ3 has now begun and George Russell is straight out. Of course, from this point onwards, the drivers do get a set of soft tyres. It's such a strange rule. I don't get why it's a thing, what it's supposed to achieve, or what the point of it is. But there you go. For some reason, they decided, right, SQ1 and SQ2, they get one set of mediums and that's it. SQ3, chuck them back on the softs. Why not? It's a bit odd. Can I stop yawning, please? I'm a bit tired. I'm not that tired. Like, come on, lock in. Okie dokie then. We have Russell out on the brand new softs, of course. That's the only tyres they get, like I said earlier. Followed by Alex Albon and Carlos Sainz. No one else coming out just as yet, it's just those three. So, interesting choice, I suppose, because of course you only get one lap, kind of. I don't think you're going to improve on used tyres. So, you're pretty much gambling your brand new softs on a very early lap. I mean, you could wait another 5 minutes before going out, when the track's probably a lot better. Well, anyways, they've made their choice, and Russell's about to start a first hot lap, which is quite exciting. Lock it in. Who is going to get the pole position? Driver profile. Favorite track, Silverstone. Favorite turn, Maggots and Beckett's. Favorite conditions, wet. George Russell prefers wet conditions. Of course he would. Well, Russell does get us away in SQ3, followed by the Williams drivers, and this is probably going to be their best opportunities. I don't think they're going to be able to improve on used tyres. So, let's see what they get up to. George Russell puts in a 25.2, which is a little bit faster than Norris on the mediums, or even Verstappen on the mediums. So, it's good. It's not bad at all. I want to see what Carlos Sainz does, though, because he's been rapid through that first sector during this whole session. Alex Albon is about to go and chuck in his first sector as well. He's going to put in a I told you the Williams were quick. I know I said Sainz, but clearly both of them are. As Alex Albon goes nearly a tenth faster than George Russell. What about Carlos Chili Con Carne Sainz? He's going to go around turn 6, approaching turn 7, and puts in he goes even quicker than Albon by 1 singular thousandth. Ignore the plaster, I cut myself shaving. George Russell through sector 2 puts in a 37.3. It's not bad. Alex Albon rounding turn 12. He's about to put in his sector 2, and it's going to be a 37.5. So 2 tenths down on Russell. It's clear they're really quick through sector 1 and not really anywhere else. Speaking of Russell, he puts in his lap time. It's going to be a 32.8. I think that's good, you know. We'll have to wait and see until, obviously, the rest of the field come out. But I think that's a good lap time. That's a good benchmark anyway. I feel like Alex Albon is probably going to be a 33.2. That kind of area. Let's see. He's round the final corner, turn 20. And it's going to be a 33.1. Nearly correct. Not bad. Not awful. Carlos Sainz currently down on his teammate by about 10 milliseconds. So unless he improves on his teammate through Sector 3, he is going to be P3. Round turn 20 he comes. What's it going to be, Carlos? Go on then. And he does jump his teammate at 1 minute 32.9. Fastest Sector 3. That's a great lap by Sainz. 2 tenths up. Top. Let's smash it. I love that from Sainz. I really do. And now we have the rest of the field coming out as well. There is 3 minutes and 40 odd seconds left. There's actually I think there's about 3 and It's difficult to say. I think it's about 3 minutes and 20 left. But this is, of course, this is going to be, I mean, we've got Hulkenberg, we've got Leclerc, we've got Hamilton and Norris and Alonso. When all these drivers start their laps, that will be their one and only laps, which means Oscar Piastri and Max Verstappen are both going to finish their laps after Lando Norris, which could be quite exciting. Come on, Lando. Do it for the boys. Also, my prediction is still possible because I put Sainz ahead of Albon. I also put Russell ahead of them both. So, my prediction is still on. Also, I didn't even realise Sainz 23 milliseconds off Russell. That is a super duper lap. Fair play, Mr. Carlos. Right. Nico Hulkenberg is he is starting. Here we go. Hulkenberg followed by Charlie, followed by Lewis. Then we have Lando, and then we have Fernando. We've got Lando and Fernando in a row. Intriguing. What are they going to do? So remember, George Russell's Sector 1 was a 25-1. Is like... There you go. Nico Hulkenberg puts in a 25.096. Fastest of anyone. Charles Leclerc puts in a 25.118. Very, very solid Sector 1. I feel like Russell had a really bad Sector 1 then, because everyone's been faster than him so far. Lewis Hamilton through Sector 1 is down on his teammate by 52 milliseconds. Hulkenberg through Sector 2 puts in a 37.3, which is... It's okay. There is still probably a top 3 on for Hulkenberg provisionally, which is an outrageous thing to say. Lando Norris through Sector 1 is a 24.955. Round the final corner comes Nico Hulkenberg. And he is going to put in a... What's it going to be? Ooh. Let's just wait a minute. Lando is probably going to beat... Oh no, I can't believe what I'm seeing here. Lando Norris is most likely going to overtake Hulkenberg here, but I can't believe what I've just witnessed. Lewis Hamilton goes and splits the Williams ahead of his teammate. Good work by Hamilton. Here comes Lando Norris. Lando Norris takes provisional pole by half a second. Max Verstappen is up on Lando Norris. Oscar Piastri... 3 tenths down. Unless he puts in the best Sector 3 we've ever seen, he's not going to beat Lando here today. Fernando Alonso round in the final corner. He's not on a bad lap. It's not great, though. He's probably going to be around the top 5 area. Puts it P4 on the grid. And here's Oscar. What is Oscar going to do round Sector 3? He goes P2, 3 tenths off Lando. Nowhere near. But here we go. Is Verstappen going to take Norris's pole? Surely he does. It's what he does all day. There it is. Go on! All day long. Never in doubt. That's why he's the 3rd best of all time. It's just what he does. 2nd best car. Puts it on pole. You, sir, are him. The absolute GOAT. Max Verstappen takes pole in the sprint race at Texas. Great session. Great Q3. Great SQ3. Great stuff. Lando Norris, though, looking good. Compared to, like, you know, his teammate and, like, himself. Of course, Verstappen's just way up there compared to both of them. Even if you want to argue that, you know, the Red Bull is equal to the McLaren, which I don't think it is. I think McLaren are way clear. I still don't know how he does it. Every single time. I mean, his Sector 1 was fantastic. It was 600ths up on Norris. Norris pulled back 200ths through Sector 2. And then Verstappen pulled another 300ths through Sector 3. Meaning overall, as you can see, it's 71 milliseconds. That is... wow. And here we go. Here is the Verstappen team radio celebrating his sprint pole position.
Ah, good job, Max. Fantastic job. Part 1 complete. Well done.
Feel that second one was a bit better. Good job, Dan.
I was expecting a bit more celebration, but you know what? We'll take it. Right, well, there you go then. Looking at my predictions, I was sort of one-off in every position. My driver of the day, though, by a mile, is Nico Hülkenberg in the tractor, also known as the Sauber, has not only put it P4, but he is 1/10 off Oscar Pastry. That is ridiculous. But that's going to be me lot for today. Quick little 45-minute stream watching Sprint Quali. And I've got a really busy day tomorrow, so I'm glad this stream's shorter than normal. Tomorrow, the schedule goes as follows. At 1 PM BST, I am doing a 100% weekend of Texas. I'm doing a Sprint Quali, Sprint Race, Normal Quali, and a Grand Prix. Then, at 6 PM BST, I am watching the Sprint Race with you lot. And then, at 10 PM BST, I'm watching qualifying with you lot. Unreal stuff. Fair play, Max Verstappen. Massive congrats to Hülkenberg as well. That is GOAT shit. And my final words, Ferrari, you're dog shit. GG's everyone. Have a good